Conversate for a few.
Welcome to the next episode of Conversate for a Few. I'm Jonna.
I'm Alan. This is not a podcast about classical music.
Absolutely is not. This is a podcast about hip hop. What we doing today, bro?
Group chat, man. Let's chat about the group chat.
All right, so we're going to let them in on what our group chat is like.
Right.
How random it is. Okay.
Yeah, super, and it's super random.
Super random. But I think that's how group chats are supposed to be. And maybe what we could do, right? So if people enjoy this episode, maybe we'll start a Discord or something and then let people be a part of our group chat. And then we'll, you know what I'm saying, we'll do a whole thing where, of course, we'll have our private conversations to get ready for the show. Or maybe we'll do that inside the Discord. You know what I mean? But we'll see how this goes. But I mean, I like it. Where you want to start?
I was gonna start with DaBaby, but we'll hold off.
Yeah.
Let's start with something simple. I don't even know if it'll take 15. But you sent me Westside Boogie's new video for his new song, which I think he actually premiered it when he performed last week in Richmond, Virginia. Is when he debuted that song.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I followed him, so I saw like clips from the show and all of that. He debuted that song, but the video is out now.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna front.
Yeah.
I'm a little worried.
Okay. Yeah. If you notice, I sent it to you without I just sent
no
it.
Context, no words.
No context, no opinion, no words, no nothing. I just sent it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to see, because I know you excited about that project. You know, and you've been waiting on the Boogie project for a long time.
Yeah.
As have I. But yeah, I'm gonna put it to you this way. I'm a little less worried than you are, but I think I'm a little less excited than you are too.
Yeah, so then that makes sense.
So that would
That's
make
a balance out.
Yeah, it would balance out. It's kind of a wash. But I also think maybe he's just taking a swing at a single and didn't get that right, but the album will be good.
Right.
Because I can't really think of a Boogie single that worked. Yeah,
I don't think he's ever actually had any singles that would work as traditionally a single, would work for an album.
Right. I can't even think of a Boogie song that I would count as a traditional attempt at a single.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So in that regard, maybe this is what that was, and we're not used to that from him, so we're rejecting that kind of on its face anyway, because it doesn't sound like something we used to. You know what I mean?
Right. Now, right. I agree with you, and I will say, and it's not like because you get certain artists these days that are so good of artists, even their bad stuff, even the things that we don't like, is not actually bad.
Right, and this is one of those.
This is one of those, because the song now, I mean, like vocally and stuff like that, I mean, the joint clean, it's crisp.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with it. You just don't love it.
Yeah, I just don't love it.
Yeah, it's not that it's bad music. It's just not something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Right.
There's that sentiment is gonna come up again on this show.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the only reason why I'm saying I'm worried is because I don't want a whole album of that. That's not what I traditionally bought into him for.
Right.
And and I like when Boogie sing, rap, and do all. I love all of that because he has that on Everything's for Sale album.
Right.
So I'll make these 2 points. The reason why I'm worried is because I'm hoping it's not a lot of that. 1. And 2, it's been 4 years since his last release.
Yeah.
So he's on some Kendrick Cole stuff.
Yeah.
So he needs to. I'm worried. Okay, if this is what you're giving me after waiting this long ass K-Dot amount of time for an album. Hey man, I don't know. Because I'll be honest, when K-Dot, when we waited and then he gave us the single for Damn, Be Humble, even though it's not probably your favorite or my favorite K-Dot record,
right?
Shit was still fire though.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It was fire. I didn't really accept it, but it was.
I didn't either.
It's a fire.
Right?
It's a fire single.
But it was a fire single, and I understood. It made sense though when I heard it, and it worked immediately. It worked. I'm like, oh yeah, this works.
Mm-hmm. Whether it was for me or not, I knew it was going to work. I agree. Right. I agree. And with that, I don't know that Boogie knows how to make what works. Mm-hmm. I know he knows how to make good music though. Right. You know what I mean? I know he knows how to put together a solid project. I know that. Right. So hopefully this is a failed attempt at him trying to do something beyond what he normally does, but the album is closer to what he normally does.
Right. And I'm hoping, because the only other thing we heard from Boogie since this, prior to this, was the single he did, or the song he put out almost a year ago with Joey Badass, Outside. Yeah. That joint, which was fire. I love that.
See, that's the thing though with Boogie. Like, he hadn't really been releasing songs, but he's been releasing small pieces of music like quite a bit. Yeah. In these years. Like, you might get a minute long verse that's accompanied with a video. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So he was
doing like the freestyles every kind of like weekly a little bit.
He was doing giving music out that way. So yeah, I really don't know what to expect. I'm with you though. I don't want a whole album of what this single was. Yeah. You know, I don't want that.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that didn't set the vibe for it.
Right. But you know, so shit. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Let's keep it West Coast.
Okay.
Let's talk about Vince next.
Vince. So listen, man. I love Vince Staples. You can't say nothing wrong. And this is on a side note. He has the best interviews. Yeah. Vince Staples, I rate him, you know what I mean, with people that are entertaining, engaging. Myth Bleak, Fat Joe, these are like hilarious people. Yeah. Vince Staples is up there. All of them hilarious. So I want to say that. So I love Vince interviews. I've been going back listening to a lot of his interviews recently.
I would dare say I like Vince in an interview better than I do both of those put together, because Vince is smarter than them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I was gonna say Vince reigns supreme. Yeah. He's gonna be hilarious, be way more wittier, way more, display way more intelligence when talking about a wide variety of subjects. Yeah. And he makes super great points. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, him talking about Batman only fought dope fiends. I love Vince though. Yeah, so his new album, Ramona Park, Broke My Heart, I like it a lot. Yeah. I like it a lot. I do not like it as great as the self-titled last album, Vince Staples. Yeah, me neither. Nah, that's just the whole vibe, bro. Yeah, that's damn near playthrough. Like, that Vince Staples album is special. This is like, I agree with you again. This is a good album. Yeah, it's really good. It's got a lot of joints on it, but it's just not as good as the album that preceded it. But it's a strong project. Strong project. I think I told you off mic, I feel like he came back too soon. Vince is one of those artists, I think he's talented enough to wait a beat longer than the average artist. Right. And I think his cult following allows him to wait a little bit longer. Maybe that's an assumption on my part though. But it feels to me, I put it to you this way, I'm a part of his cult following, and I would wait a little bit longer for a better product. Not that this product was bad at all, but I feel like he could give us it feels a little rushed. Yeah. Yeah. You know. I agree with that. You know, I don't think that's unfair. Even though it's one thing that we talked about too though is, if this does convince anybody to go check out a Vince Staples album, right? Mm-hmm. He may be one of the most overt gangster rappers in the game. Mm-hmm. And you wouldn't know it. And if you listen to the music, if you're not paying attention to what this man is saying, you'll miss it, because the music is so clean. It's like the music is taking you in one direction, but what he's saying is taking you in a completely different direction. You know what I mean? And the way he's saying it is taking you one way, but what he's saying is taking you in a completely different direction. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's the ability to do that is insane to me. Right. And I think he can do it so well because of how he views it. I remember I was looking at an old interview I forgot what it was. It might have been the Joe Budden pull up, but he was asking him, "Hey, are you still in your music going to talk about?" He was like, "No, in your music you talk about guns and killing and all of these types of street things." He was like, "I don't make street music." He turned to the people in the background. He said, "I don't ever make no street music." He said, "Well, I speak about institutionalized violence." Yo. Oh,
hey,
man.
but that's what it is.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's what it is.
Right.
Yo,
man.
yeah, he need to write a book. I would read it.
Yes. Yeah.
I would read it.
But I do agree with you that he's such a good artist that I feel like he could have waited a little bit longer. Nobody would have been mad.
Yeah. Nobody would have been mad. You know what though? Is I thought about it because the last album, and I don't know who did this one, right? So I didn't look. But I know that it was touted that the last album was like, I think 100% produced by Kenny Beats.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. That may be a reason that the vibe was so consistent through the whole thing, which is why it felt like a total project a little bit more than this one did.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it might not really be the time. It might have been the actual way the project was constructed, and we're just blaming it on the fact that he came back fast.
Yeah.
You know, that's just a perspective because I don't know who the producers were on this one.
Got you.
But I do remember Kenny Beats being the sole producer for the last one, and it being I ain't gonna front being pretty much I ain't gonna call it a classic, but I'll call it a masterpiece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's close to a flawless hip hop album. You know, it's beautiful.
It's funny. We talked about did we start with West Side? We did. And
West
that may
Side
have been
Boogie,
his attempt to swing at a single that I'm not really feeling. But it's funny because on Ramona Park, Broke My Heart, this recent album, that DJ Mustard track, the magic that people, I do not like that.
I don't like that shit.
I don't like it at all.
I don't like nothing DJ Mustard do almost. I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. It's probably 5% of Mustard out there that I'm like, yo, that's fire. The most of that stuff, I'm like, I don't want to hear that.
Right, I agree. But I mean, I didn't like. Very rarely do I don't like anything. I didn't like really anything about this.
Right.
The hook was terrible to me.
I don't like that song.
It's funny how it seems like we tearing the artist down after we just said how great he was, but it's not tearing down. It's just an honest critique of that particular song that I guess he was swinging for a single or whatever. Oh, but I mean, he said he did try. He said he did plenty of tracks with DJ Mustard before. They just unreleased, and this is the one they chose to release. But I think they chose to release it because they thought it was going to catch fire. And this is where, like, I like this freestyle joint. We just say what we want. Yeah. This is where I critique Joe Budden's ear. His ears aren't so great for music because he called him gassing him up like, yo, he caught one. He did not catch one.
Joe Budden is a dick rider, bro. You understand? Like he don't go on what his ears really tell him, bro. That's not what he's doing. If he call you and tell you he like his song, he's riding your dick, and you should hang up on him. Because he don't know whether your song is good or not. He don't know whether it's gonna catch. He don't know because he ain't had that many. He's only had one song that caught, so he don't know how to do it and know how to hear it and know what it is. That's not what he understands.
Right.
You know, so I've heard him say several songs like, "Oh, he got to catch one. He got to catch one." I think he caught one. No, son. That's not his job. But if he does it, he's doing that industry shit. Like if we say he caught one, then we're giving an honest opinion.
Yeah.
You know,
we don't have any political ties to anyone in the industry.
And the funny thing is, you can catch one and it be a mustard joint. This just ain't it.
Yeah, this just isn't it. Right.
Yeah, this just ain't it. But yeah, I'm not a fan of DJ Mustard. You know, but you know, I'm gonna give it a little more time though, because it is a summertime song, so maybe it will catch.
Right.
But I'm gonna be honest with you, I can't remember the last time that mustard sound caught. where it was that specific sound for Mustard, and that was considered catching one. It's been years since that was the sound that caught one for Mustard.
Right.
You know, so it might have been one of the, like you said, he had a whole bunch of them in the cut. It might have been one of the ones that they already had. So it was like, yo, let's use this one.
Yeah.
And it was one that was from 5 years ago, because it don't sound new.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
that's true.
But yeah. But I'm gonna say another thing too. The reason we talking so badly about that song is because we biased, and that's a super West Coast song.
That's true too.
That's one of the more West Coast songs on that album. So if we don't like it being East Coast heads, that might have a lot to do with it. So it might not be as bad a song as we talk about. And Mustard might not be bad at all. Like, we might not just... so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Put that in perspective. He might not be bad at all. He might be dope.
Right.
But I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah, so...
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. When I hear Mustard on the beat hole, I almost turn it off before I hear the next. Before I hear the...
Yeah.
Before I hear the snaps, I be ready to turn that bitch off. Like, okay, I'm done with this.
Yeah, I feel you. I share the same sentiment. So
yeah. All right, let's swing back East Coast, yo.
Okay.
Yeah, listen, because we could have stayed West, but you know, I ain't wanna. You know, let's swing back East Coast, man.
All
right, man. Look. I was worried. Okay, I'm gonna run down the whole cycle. I was excited.
Yes.
Then I was super excited.
Yes.
Then I was worried.
Cause you let me know.
Yeah, and then I was at that little bit of worry. They put me at ease a little bit, right? Then I got worried again when it was when the Pump Fake came, and we thought we were getting a Pusha album that week, and we got Everybody Loves Nego or whatever the fuck that was. So that head fake made me really nervous. I was like, oh, he's too close to Pharrell. He's too close to Pharrell. Like, this is like he done took one of the firest joints on his album and put it on this Nego shit. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's going on here? And then when the Nego wasn't that hot, I'm like, Pharrell's not in a good place.
Yeah.
Pharrell's not in a good place. Kanye's subject to be anywhere. Mentally and you know what I mean? Yeah. And creatively, you just don't know. So I was super worried. And then what was the date? The 25th?
Yeah.
The 25th finally rolled around. And my worst fears were confirmed.
Not
my worst fears. Not my worst fears. That's hyperbole. That's hyperbole. Not my worst fears. But needless to say, I was disappointed than a motherfucker at midnight. I sat up.
Yeah, I fell asleep. You hit me.
Yeah.
I had a text from you, so I was like, yo, I'm about to check it out now. This is like 45 minutes after midnight.
Bruh.
And then, and I thought I was super hyped when I saw the text that it's then, then I listened to it. I'm like, well, I read what you said, and then I listened to it. I'm like, I was disappointed.
Yeah. Did I lie in what I said though?
No, you was 100% right. You said Pharrell should have stayed the fuck away from this album. It's a group chat. That's what it said in the chat. Being honest.
Yeah. You should have kept Pharrell the fuck away from this project, bro.
I agree. Now I'm gonna break down my disappointment.
Okay.
I was excited to hear Push coming.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm excited. Then I hear Diet Coke. I'm super excited. Then I hear Me Clearly. Super excited.
Yo.
I'm like, this boy. Then I hear an interview where he's saying it's his best work and it's a masterpiece. Yeah. And I trust Push ear. Right? I'm like, yo, this is about to be crazy. So I'm super excited. Then Neck and Wrist comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm like, yeah, I don't know what Pharrell gonna give us now, because it wasn't such a crazy beat, and Jay-Z vocals sounded crazy.
Terrible.
Right? But I will say they did correct that for the album.
The
album, his vocals sound good. It was all the same.
Yeah.
So I will give him that. So I was a little skeptic of what Pharrell was going to contribute after Neck and Wrist. Then I got a little more worried when we got the Pump Fake and we got Negos. Everybody loved Nego or whatever.
Yeah.
And I see Hear Me Clearly is on his album. Yeah. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This ain't some Brandy Monica, The Boy Is Mine. What is y'all doing, bro? I'm like, now I'm getting like, because the album didn't come out, and one of your songs, and the songs is on another nigga album.
Yeah.
Right? So now I'm getting a little worried. So the album finally comes out. I listen to it from top to bottom. Here's my critique.
Please.
Is that I think Pharrell should have just stayed away.
Yeah.
Number one, Pharrell should have just stayed away. He didn't give him no fire.
Other than Hear Me Clearly.
It's a solid project, but it's not a masterpiece like Push said. This is not some crazy fire album. And I'm going to explain why. There's 12 songs. Most of the songs are like under 3 minutes. It's a fast album. A lot of stuff is like 2:30. Like fast songs. So out of the 12 songs, 3 of them I've already been rocking to for damn near a month.
Over a month. For some of them.
For some of them. And then out of the 3, which are the best 3 on the album, one of those you put on another nigga album before your album drop. I don't like stuff like that.
Yeah, so
and if you was going to put that on his album, then you shouldn't have put it on your album. Gave me another song since you had all this great music.
Exactly. So basically what they did was release a third of the album before it came out.
Exactly. I don't like that.
No, not a third. I'm sorry. A fifth. They released they released the hottest fifth of the album, right?
Yeah.
Because if it's 12.
Well, a fourth. A fourth because it's 12.
Yeah, a fourth.
12
of the
songs.
Album. A fourth of the album. They released.
Fourth of the album.
Before anybody heard it.
Yeah, so and the fatal flaw, and I don't know who in the hell was around coaching him.
Nobody.
But you don't release a fourth of your album and then one of the main songs. First, I thought this is an unwritten rule everybody hip hop know. If you got a Jay-Z feature, nigga, you don't release that at all. That's a surprise that people listen to on the album. Why in the hell are you giving me a Jay-Z feature before the album comes out?
Yo.
That was supposed to be a surprise.
I'm going to tell you why. Because this is the first time Push is in the running for having a number 1 album. They pulled out every fucking trick they could. He got a half Pharrell, half Kanye album with a Jay-Z feature on a single.
Yeah.
On a Pharrell beat. They did everything but make that motherfucking beat a party song.
Right.
They did everything but make that Jay-Z feature a party. They would have been. Well, nah, because I like Neck and Wrist. It just shouldn't have been a single. It should have been a deep cut. It should have been some shit. You see what I'm saying? It should have been a deep cut. But yeah, they that's what they were trying to do. That's what this album is about.
Right.
This album is getting, when I understand now. I did not understand before. In the interviews, if you remember, Push said that Pharrell told him, "I don't want you to be a mixtape rapper your whole life."
Right.
Right? I was thinking this is a art conversation. It wasn't. That was a capitalist conversation. You see what I'm saying? What Pharrell did was injected what was going to make it go from whatever it was going to sell to whatever it's selling now. That was what that was about. Because we already had a 100% Kanye produced album and it didn't go number 1, right?
Right.
So now we're gonna duck back. We're gonna give you half for Kanye, and we're gonna give you half for Pharrell, and put a Jay-Z feature on it, and we're gonna put the Jay-Z feature out.
Yeah, which no one ever does.
Because we can't afford to hide it on the album.
Right.
You know what I mean? We need those streams built up. It's a Jay-Z song, so we're gonna put these out. They're gonna stream these crazy. They're on the album. Those streams count towards the sales of the album.
Right.
That's what this was about, bro.
Yeah.
That's what all the pre-press was about, telling us that. Well, he always tells us he got a masterpiece. He told us he had Purple Tape last time. You know what I mean? So he's gonna, and he told us the one before that was a masterpiece. You know? But I'll be honest with you. I'm a Pusha T fan. I'm not a fan of Pusha T's albums, though.
Right, but see, that was the thing.
He's only had one great album.
Which one was that?
Daytona.
Okay. Now, I will say, Dust Before Dawn, which is mostly Timbaland, was actually is a good album.
I'm gonna have to go back.
It's mostly Timbaland and other people because like Q-Tip produced FIFA.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like, yeah. But that those two albums, I'm gonna be honest. It might have been better if it was Kanye half and Timbaland half.
It would have been better if it was Kanye half and Timbaland half. And you still would have got Jay-Z.
Yeah, you still would have got Jay for sure.
You know what I mean? So, but and my thing is, my opinion, we've heard enough of Pharrell on. I mean, push on Pharrell.
Yeah, and clips in general. Yeah, we don't. We don't need to hear that.
We heard an era of that. It's like so returning to that ain't gonna excite me at all.
Right. You especially if you're not a super Pharrell fan.
Right. Well, and I am. Don't get it twisted. I just don't feel like you need to be ponying up and rapping half your album over Pharrell though.
Right.
That don't make no sense. You know what I mean? Like, not if you're trying to have a fire-ass album. That don't make no sense. And I'm going to also say Kanye didn't show up at all on this project. Like, the Kanye joints are mid. Kanye ain't got one banger on this album at all. Not one. Not one.
Well, here's the thing, because we got to give a caveat. So, Dreaming of the Past, I love that.
Yeah.
That to me, that was one banger, but that's the only
I give
beat.
You that one. But that ain't even a whole beat.
Right, but that's the only beat that Kanye actually produced 100%. Everything else, he co-produced. You look at the credits, he's not the lead producer on it. Like Diet Coke.
Yeah, that's 88 keys.
For 88 keys.
Yeah,
but you hear me clearly. And the other song up there that I really love, Just So You Remember Who You Dealing With. See, that dude that produced that, I forgot his name. I'll look it up real quick. But he produced another joint up there. And Ye's just like co-producing up there. None of these beats he actually produced. He co-produced.
They sound mid to me.
Yeah.
Almost all of them. Like,
yeah.
I put it to you this way. The one that you said is your joint that you love, that's the joint that Ye did all by itself, but it ain't got no drums, right?
Right, the sample.
It's only the sample, right?
Yeah.
That's the hardest joint. That's the hardest joint up there outside of the ones that he released. Matter of fact, that's probably doper than Neck and Wrist, right?
It is.
I'll put that above Neck and Wrist as a song. But there ain't no other beats on here that I'm like, yo, that's nuts. And that beat ain't nuts. That song is nuts.
Right.
Pusha pull all of these, everything that's on here. He gotta pull these songs up by their bootstraps, bro.
Yeah, and I'll give him that.
Halfway.
Yeah, he's rapping top level now.
He deserved better music on this album because this is some of the best music. Verses Push put together in a long. Like this, what he's saying on this album is ridiculous. But the backdrop is like I don't, the backdrop don't bring me back to it.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm looking up the dude's name.
Yeah, I was so disappointed in this. And the thing is, and I'm gonna be honest, this was my take, right? It's not a bad project. So if you love Pusha T, it's some good hip hop on it. It's some good music on it. But it is supremely underwhelming. Yeah,
and that's the thing.
Yeah.
It's very underwhelming.
It's underwhelming.
Very underwhelming.
Yeah, it's very underwhelming. So I'm like, I can't. I don't know that I'm gonna return to this one for much.
No, I'm just gonna return to 2 songs.
And it's funny because I listened to Diet Coke and Hear Me Clearly so much before the album came out. I would probably just go to those songs and not the album to find them. Because I got them. You see what I'm saying? Like, I got those songs. I ain't got to go to the album and pick through the album to get those songs. But I probably will add that other one with the Just a Simple. What was it called?
Which one? Just So You Remember?
Just So You Remember? Okay,
yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably add that one to the mix. Damn, Push. And motherfuckers is out there talking about if Pusha got the hottest album of the year, such and such. Ain't no way in the hell he got the hottest album of the year with this shit.
Nah, no way. So yeah, here it go. Okay, boom. So I found what I was looking for. Yeah, Dreaming of the Past is the only one that Kanye actually produced.
Right.
Everything else he's co-produced. Oh, so that's the dude name. Like, Just So You Remember Who You Dealing With, that joint. Bugs the Beast. He produced that and he produced another one.
You said Bugs the Beast?
Bugs the Beast.
Yeah. I heard somebody talking about him on a podcast the other day. I think he did a lot of stuff for Game back in the day too.
Okay. And he produced Hear Me Clearly, Bugs the Beast. See, wow. and then Ye is like a co-producer on it. Like,
damn. You know what's crazy is I was hoping the Hear Me Clearly joint came from Pharrell.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I knew Pharrell wouldn't give him that.
No, he definitely could. I could hear Pharrell.
No, he
doing
could.
That.
Yeah, he could.
I could hear Pharrell doing that. But damn, if I'd have known that Pharrell didn't touch Hear Me Clearly, I'd have known this album was gonna be underwhelming. You understand? Because if he didn't do that, then what he coming with is gonna be pure Pharrell, and I don't want to hear that at all. And I didn't want to hear it. You know what I mean? Not in this context. I love pure Pharrell, but pure Pharrell in this context don't fit.
Yeah. Right, it doesn't.
Pure Pharrell and Coke rap. I don't want to hear that in 2023, 2022, right. Whatever the fuck we in.
Right. And it was funny because I was thinking, it's actually gonna be fire because Pharrell gonna give him all beats like Allure.
No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. I wish he had her.
I thought he was gonna get. Oh,
Brambleton is cool though. Brambleton is cool.
Brambleton is cool, but even that is a just mid beat. That's a Reggie.
Yeah, it's mid. Pusha made everything that if you enjoy what Pharrell gave Push on this album, is because Pusha made you like it.
Right. I knew this. I already knew the story, so I love that. I like the song.
Right.
Just because of the story he's telling, and I'm familiar with it, and I saw the Vlad interview with the ex-manager, snitched and all that.
Me too.
You know what I mean?
Yep. But you know what this song is similar to, but not as good as? That was also a Pharrell beat. Snitch. The song Snitch. Sorry, nigga. I'm trying to come home.
Yeah.
That shit is fire. That song should have been on this album. That's Brambleton. This is Snitch Part 2. Brambleton is Snitch Part 2. Just not quite as good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In my opinion, that's what I was feeling when I heard the song. I was like, but Snitch is way hotter. Like that acronym. Sorry, nigga, I'm trying to come home. Like, what in the fuck? Like, word. All right. So this is working out good. Who you want? Let's talk violence next. So all right. We got male violence and we got female violence. Which way you want to go?
Oh man. I guess we could go DaBaby.
That's male violence. Yeah. Go male violence.
Yeah.
So you saw that footage, man?
Where he murdered the dude in cold blood.
No, we cold blooded killed that dude in Walmart, bro. Did you see that footage?
Yeah, I saw the footage, and it wasn't like it had been played up to be in past years as like dudes came to attack him and tried to kill him. He had to pull out and defend himself. And baby, that's not what I saw.
DaBaby going first every time. That's the rule. If you in a situation with DaBaby, I promise you he going first. So if you don't want to do it, walk away. Cause he's going first. He's not waiting on you to do shit. So Them dudes was standing there talking to him, man.
Yeah.
And this nigga comes running up the aisle and jumps on this man. Like, what in the hell?
Yeah.
What's wrong with this man?
Man, I don't know. That was some wild footage.
I'm not trying to make light of a man getting killed.
Right. Yeah. That's not that.
That's not that. But DaBaby is like a wild little animal out here, man. Somebody gotta get him off the streets. And then it's like saying get him off the streets before he hurt somebody. He done killed somebody already.
And shot somebody recently too.
He shot somebody recently?
He shot the man 2 weeks ago that trying to climb the fence.
Damn sure did. Just shot a nigga at his house. Yeah.
Did you hear the call?
I sure did.
He's been neutralized.
He said he laying on the ground bleeding. Like, what? But did you see the text he sent out afterwards? Like the
I saved the nigga's life.
Yeah, I let a nigga live. Feels good to let a nigga live. Like, boy, this boy ain't right. You hear me? There's something wrong with this man. He got a problem.
Yeah, and you said, I remember, bro, before the pandemic hit. Yeah. Recorded in HQ, I remember when he first was getting in fights. Once he popped, and was really popped and was on, you was like, all right, he's gotta, like, somebody gotta tell him he's gotta chill because this will mess up, his career and where he can take it. You know what I mean? He needs some people on his side. I don't know if he ever got anyone on his side or whatever, but it has not stopped. It's been pedal to the floor, snuffing people, clapping people, or listen, bro.
We ain't never seen nobody like this before.
This is wild. I've never seen anybody slap. I've never seen nobody swing on their own artist.
Right. I mean, just think about it, bro. Happened. All right, so when did DaBaby come out? 2018, 2019?
Yeah, let's say about 18.
About 18, right? So what is this, 4 years?
Yeah.
We ain't even a full 4 years in, right? So he's murdered someone? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna start most violent down to least. He murdered somebody, shot somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
We know for a fact he beat up somebody in the bowling alley.
Yeah.
We know for a fact he beat up somebody in the jewelry store.
Yeah.
We know for a fact he beat up somebody in the club in Raleigh at Starbar.
Facts.
These are all facts that we know.
These are all facts. We've seen it all.
I mean, these are things we've seen on all this shit happen on camera.
Mm-hmm.
All of these. All of these happen on camera, bro. This dude, man, he ain't stopped at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 2 incidents per album. He gonna give you 2 incidents and drop some music. kill a nigga, slap a nigga, drop a song.
Yeah.
This dude, man. All right.
So, and the most recent one is the wildest one because I don't know what happened between whatever, but he literally walked by his artist. Like they said it was backstage at the show. He literally walks by him and then turn around and do like he sucker punch. That's the true definition of a sucker punch. Yeah, he did. Like he walked by like he was coming. Yeah, he walked by him like he was gonna walk by and turned around and swung on him. Yeah, but as you see, the dude's artist named Wisdom. We find out his name Wisdom. He puts his hands up. He swung back.
Oh yeah, he let off a couple on boy. He caught him clean too.
He caught him clean with him because that's why I think his hat came off.
Mm-hmm.
But so it's just but still the thought of like I'm just going to beat up my artist that I signed is just a wow.
Yo, he hit that man. Okay, so I'm watching it, and people are like, "Yo, that man look like security. He wearing a security badge around his neck." No, nigga, that was a $1 billion baby pendant.
Yeah,
that was a label pendant around his neck. He hit this man with his own label diamonds around his neck. How you sign a man, buy him a diamond necklace, and as soon as he piss you off, you punch him in the face?
At a show. I don't know if he performed or was about to perform.
On camera. Okay.
Let's put it in. Just think about this. What if Jay went around snuffing all his artists he had a problem with that had on rock chains. That just looked crazy. Hell, even Dame didn't do that.
Right. Even Dame didn't do that. Now, this artist Wisdom, right? If I own the label, certainly Wisdom is a gangster rapper. I can't imagine him doing no other type of rap. You know what I mean? Like, DaBaby wouldn't even assign him if he was doing something else. You know what I mean? It don't seem like DaBaby signing nothing but killers over there. But I don't know. But what is his street cred like now? He can't get on no song and say nothing slick. Niggas be like, yo, your label slapped you.
Yeah.
Like, the nigga that signed you slapped you, bro. I don't give a damn about what you rapping about. Can't none of that shit be real. Like, you gotta go kill DaBaby or something, don't you? You know what I mean? Like, But if you're going to go try, if you're gonna go try, you gotta sneak up on him. Because if he see you, he gonna kill you.
Oh yeah. He ain't gonna wait for nothing.
I wouldn't sign to DaBaby.
And that's the crazy thing is DaBaby's like in all these altercations, DaBaby is 10-0.
Guaranteed, because he first. You don't see too many niggas go first and lose. Like if you go first and lose, you was supposed to take that L.
Right.
You know what I mean? So he go first. That's why you don't see him taking a whole bunch of L's. The nigga get off first. And it was shit. 2 out of 10 be shot or dead. Y'all don't know how you respond like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's wild. So I don't know if he can keep going at this pace. Like he just can't keep going at this pace though. I don't think.
Bruh, I hate to say it, but you know what's gonna happen to this man.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen to this man.
Yeah. If he doesn't dial it back and just chill, which
for real, it ain't in him.
Yeah.
And he ain't young, yo. This nigga damn near his mid-30s.
Yeah.
He ain't young, so it ain't like he gotta grow up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And the
like
crazy thing,
he's grown. He's a grown man. He just small.
Right. And the crazy thing is, it's just wild to me to see this type of thing when you're like a multi-millionaire and have so much.
Yeah.
Like, you don't even have to be in the country right now. You could be in a different country every day. Like, why are you arguing niggas backstage? Like, like the mind, man, is just the mindset to me is just crazy.
You just said the right thing, right? If you got a extremely niggerish mindset, I don't give a damn how much money you give a person, but you're gonna get an extremely niggerish mindset. And that's what he is. He's extremely niggerish. You know what I mean? To the utmost, bro. Like, he one of them ones, dog. Like, if he ain't your friend, and y'all was out when you was young, y'all outside playing, you know, it's what one kid that come, he be like, oh hell.
Yeah.
Here come Jonathan Kirk. I know he gonna be on some bullshit today. I do not feel like being on. Don't nobody want to play with that nigga. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But ain't nobody gonna tell him because he gonna try to beat up everything if don't nobody want to play with him. But not telling him only holds off him trying to beat up everything because eventually he gonna try to beat up everything anyway. You know what I mean? He that little kid.
Right. And so what's going to happen is over time, the force is going to form against them.
There you go. And when they see him coming, somebody going to go first. That's all. Mm-hmm. It's all it's going to take, nigga. Somebody be like, I'm not going to be on camera getting slapped by DaBaby, getting shot by DaBaby, and then I'm going first. I'm finna go kill that nigga. Or put hands on him or do something. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to let him go first on me. Somebody out there.
Right.
He can't get through all of this like that because that's why you got to stop. And him coming across all this bread only amplified what he was gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he was. It seems to be that he was active before he got this money.
Yeah,
money damn sure ain't gonna make him less active. Ain't gonna make him less confident in the fact that he can get away with it now, and he done beat a murder.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
He dangerous.
Yeah, because I mean, he beat the murder when he wasn't even of the status that he is now.
Exactly.
Now he got money and the status. He might actually feel invincible. I don't know.
Nigga, he do. Remember how he acted when them boys tried to tell him to leave that video set? This was before he was in Atlanta. And he wasn't going exactly. He was like that then. Mm-hmm. And what you think a nigga with some money and a lot of money to buy guns gonna act like now?
Yeah, and lawyers.
And lawyers. He will kill you.
As evidence of 2 weeks ago, him shooting the dude.
Right. And he a good shot. He shot that nigga in the leg, bro.
Right. And said he's been neutralized.
Right. Nah, son.
Whoa, it's a wild dude.
Son. You right though. He need to go on to Paris somewhere, Morocco, lay low, but he ain't. Cause he a goon.
He's a goon.
He's a purebred goon, son. Yeah. A goon. Goonie goo goo.
Yeah.
All right. You got anything else about DaBaby?
Nah. Let's move to the female violence.
All right, the female violence, bro. All right. I'm just gonna say it. Meg the Stallion is Jesse Smollett. They the same motherfucking person.
Yo,
Juicy,
that's a fact, yo.
Juicy Smollett, yeah, same thing.
She
lying like hell, yo. I know you supposed to protect black women and all that good stuff, but if they lying, they lying. She lying.
Right. Yeah, she lying.
She lying like hell, fam.
Because I'm just be honest, I figured out the lie about the case a while ago, but the recent lie is and they killed her in the comments for it.
Yeah.
Like, no, I wasn't.
We didn't.
First of all, we do know.
Yeah, we know. You know.
Come on, stop.
You lying. Stop lying. Stop lying. Yeah. I mean, I don't. And if you lie about that, you lie about anything. You know what I mean? If you come to tell me your whole story, right? And I'm listening to your story, and I find things, and then that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. I don't give a damn about the rest of your story.
Right.
I don't know what you made up.
Right.
You know what I mean? You'll embellish. I can't just put no man in jail and half the story that you told me is a lie.
Right. I ain't even gonna say too much on it, but I knew it was a problem when the GSR came back. The GSR test came back, and it was none on him.
Yeah, and some on her friend.
Yeah. But we knew then it didn't make sense when the damn supposedly best friend, y'all unfollow each other.
Right.
Not about. Now, so you unfollowed her, the gun smoke residue that came back testing is on the friend, but ain't on the person that you said shot you.
Right.
Like, now it's looking weird. But see now, nigger brain, right? Street nigger brain put together nigger, because it's easy to read nigger situations.
That's a fact.
DaBaby had this thing solved a long time ago. You should have consulted with him. See, nigga brain can see nigga situations and put that together. Oh, he blazing both of them, and he getting that homegirl.
Yeah.
At the party.
Yeah, he out here living it up. Yeah, he up here living it up, and she hot.
Yeah. He was on this Ashton Rain.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They
ain't like it.
Just be honest.
Mm-hmm. Just say I don't like that. And deal with it. But you know what I mean? That's all it was.
Yeah.
That's all it was. And this ain't even about the gossip. This is just like, yo.
Right.
This ain't right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, this ain't right, bruh.
Yeah.
This ain't right. There ain't no way in the world, man. This dude, y'all got the cops looking at this man for shooting at a chick. Bruh. He can't really say nothing. Like, I stayed out of it. I ain't even, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't getting no opinion. None of this. I was just like, yo, because, you know, it ain't, you know, I don't want nothing to have happened to her like that.
Right.
But after a while, though, it's like, damn, Jussie.
The next thing we're gonna know she gonna tell us that they was on their way to Subway leaving the party.
Right, and somebody hung a noose around her motherfucking neck.
Yeah.
Goddamn Megan Smollett. Smollett or whatever the hell her damn name. But I'm like, yo, this here is terrible, bro.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. And that damn interview. This is the thing, right? Like, media makes me sick. Cause if I can watch that and know she lying, and you can watch it and know she lying, the person sitting across from her know damn well she lying.
Yeah, oh yeah.
But they rocking with it.
Especially if they a seasoned media person.
Right. You know this girl sit here she trying her best to cry.
Mm-hmm.
She trying her damnedest to cry. She can't squeak a tear out her face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Stop this mess. But this is where we at in hip hop. The whole WWE. And what do you feel about them blaming Roc Nation for everything? Like every time you hear something about Meg, like somebody is throwing shade at Roc Nation like they the dirtiest, grimiest.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
And because she's not like solely a Roc Nation.
It's just management.
It's just management. So
right
like,
now.
What about the other people?
They mad with them because, okay, this is my question, right? If I run a company that's about making money off music,
mm-hmm.
and there's an artist somewhere that comes to my company and tell me that they're not happy where they at, what am I supposed to do? Is it my job to turn them away and say, nah, you need to be fair to your company? Or is it my job to make the money off the person that want to make money with me?
Well, business, you're going to make the money with the person who want to make money with you.
Exactly. So I don't understand why motherfuckers is acting like Roc Nation did something that damn Sony wouldn't have done, or did something that Interscope wouldn't have done, or did something that
you haven't already done.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Shit. Universal Universal did it to him.
Right. And it's I hate that. I think it's a fake cry. You know, when I hate fake cries of I hate any fake cry about injustice or being done wrong. Well, we know way worse record company stuff that happened.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody, up in arms about that. So I don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that, and I don't think that's fair.
And we getting it a lot, and I think it's because Uzi went over there when he was having a problem with drama, because you know what I mean. Meg went over there when she was having a problem with Carl Crawford. So it's making them seem as if they're the big bad wolf that's picking on the smaller entities and stealing their talent. Nah, I don't see it that way.
Right.
I don't see it that way. I don't. Most artists get to a point when they're successful, right, that they feel, for lack of a better word, bigger than their britches.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they either go to the label and try to renegotiate, or they say the label did me dirty and they haul ass. Mm-hmm. That's gonna happen. That's one of the things you could almost bank on. If you can get a record company up and running, you could almost bank on getting talent that way.
Yeah.
So do I fault Roc Nation for acting like every other label in that way? For acting like a viable company that wants the best talent? Nah, that don't make sense to me.
Right.
That don't make. Now, if they going over there poaching them people, then that's different. That's different. Right. That's different. Mm-hmm. But if you come to me and say, I want you to take a look at my contracts for me, and you at Sony, or you at 1501 with Carl Crawford, and I'm at Roc Nation, and you want me to look at your contracts for you, and I say okay, and I find some bullshit, I'm supposed to tell you.
Yeah.
And then you came to me. I didn't come to you saying, Leo, let me look at your contracts for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different thing.
Right. I agree.
So, but bottom line is, Megan and Jussie are pretty much the same nigga, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah. She lying.
They're the same.
He was lying. She lying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, all right. It's the last one.
Okay.
How many weeks we got till Kendrick, bro?
He coming to 13. So what? Like, I guess technically.
What, 2 weeks?
2 weeks, basically. Yeah, 2 weeks and 3 days. I guess.
Yeah. Friday the 13th, he coming.
Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
What's the name of the album? Morale and the Big Steppers? Or the Steppers?
Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. Yeah, I'm worried. You worried?
So I am, but the fact that I'm a little worried just because I've been getting disappointed so much recently. Like I'm in my skeptic zone.
Okay.
But I'm still excited at the same time because I'm excited to hear something new for Kendrick, and we haven't heard from him in so long.
Yeah. I will say this though, like the greats, out of the greats of today, the only one that really disappointed, in my opinion, was Drake. Kanye delivered, at least with the first Donda. I feel like he delivered. Cole delivered with his last outing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? And so we got Drake, Cole, Kendrick. That's the you know what I mean, at the top. And then you got Tyler. He done delivered 2 times in a row. Right.
Now you said Drake delivered?
No, I said Drake or the 3 at the top. Drake didn't. Drake flopped. Like Drake was ass. That shit sucked.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Kanye delivered, and Cole delivered.
Right.
So right now we looking at what, a 50-50, and if we go the layer under that, like I said, not mega stars, not the top 3, but the layer under that, you get your Tylers, you get your Vinces, you get your, you know what I mean? And I think we got some good product in there. So hopefully, and it's Kendrick.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Right. We should, and let me say this, we should be getting The Heart Part 5 maybe next week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So he releases the Heart joints before the album.
Right. They have all like come out, like that before projects.
Okay. I thought they were right after.
Oh, really?
But don't go on my memory.
Yeah. I think it's before.
Yeah.
But either way, I'm excited about that too. Whether it's before or after.
Before or after, who cares? Let me get that. But yeah, that's gonna be. I put it to you this way: whether it's something that we love, or whether we have to, it takes some getting used to. Whatever it is, I guarantee you that shit gonna be some art.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be that.
It's gonna be that. So I'm looking forward to it being something that I could at least sink my teeth into.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a lot more in depth musically than I think most of what we get is.
Yeah, I think so too. And so even in my skepticism, there is some optimism because we got Good Kid, Mad City, we got a Damn, we got a Pimp a Butterfly. Where's he like?
Right.
You know where that lands him. Like, what is he gonna do?
Right.
So that's the only skeptic. Is he going to go too far left and then it doesn't work, or is it just going to be something just brand new, refreshing? It's just dope. Like, so I don't know.
I wonder if we've ever gotten an album from Kendrick when he was happy. Like, you see what I'm saying? Because it would be nice to know what album he was his happiest. Because in everything that he's released up to this point, like, he seems pretty unhappy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Not that that's going to tell me what the music is going to sound like, but if you tell me that Good Kid, Mad City, and Damn were done when he was happy, and he wasn't in necessarily a good space when he did To Pimp a Butterfly, then I can expect something a little more dense.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But if if with that comparison, I don't know those to be true. That would be something that I'm thinking about. I wonder if but I do know he doesn't seem, for what he's released to the public, his statements, he ain't in a good place.
Yeah, that's true.
So if he's not in a good place, he may be apt to give us commentary.
Yeah. Now, I wanted to ask you about this. What do you feel about like the title?
That's funny because I was gonna ask you about that too. That's the one thing that scares the shit out of me because that's closest to Pimp a Butterfly type title. You see what I'm saying? And now I love To Pimp a Butterfly. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I know you do.
But I don't want another one.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like I want, you know, out of all his albums, actually Good Kid, Mad City is my favorite one.
Mine too.
You know, so if he caught back and give me another story that's interwoven through
I'll be happy.
I'll be happy.
Yeah.
You know what's funny though? That's true. Just with that statement, all Kendrick got to do is give us a puzzle to unwork. A musical puzzle. If he give us one of them, I don't give a fuck what it sound like.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna sound good. It's not gonna sound bad. It might not be what I prefer.
Right.
But it's gonna sound good.
Right. And I'm gonna tell you, man. I'm a skeptic, although there is a little bit of optimism in my skepticism. But I will say this: I'm hoping. This is what I hope. I hope he drops one of the best albums ever created. Friday 13th. I really hope it's gonna blow every goddamn thing out the water that has came out previously. Yeah. That's what I want personally.
Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. I don't know how he would be able to do it, but that would be amazing. I mean, hell, he could pull it off.
Yeah,
he could pull it off, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm excited to see what it is.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm telling you now, if I don't like it, it's getting trashed.
For a few.
I'm telling you right now.
All right. But see,
and all this waiting 18 years to drop.
That's the thing we have to do now. We have to be able to discern whether us liking it.
But I can discern.
Yeah.
Because like I don't like To Pimp a Butterfly. Well, I don't like it. It's just not my favorite Kendrick project.
Right.
Right. My ears personally. But I know it's a good project.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Like there's songs that I don't like, but I know they're great songs. Right. It's just personally I don't like it.
Right.
So I'll make a distinction whether this is good. It's just not for me.
And then you'll trash it.
This is not good.
Right.
It's not for anybody. No, I'm just
facts because some things.
But yeah. So I'm thinking about that. Like, I want to say this. I'm glad you mentioned that though. Because this is an album. This is like a side note.
Yeah.
An album that I think too many people write off as not being good. And I think it's maybe like you might personally don't like it, which is weird if you don't. Mm-hmm. But it's actually one of his greatest albums. And the other day I sat down and I looked at the time. I said, I've always liked it, but I know it's the one that people say they don't like. I said, let me go through. I want to look at the track list because I know all the songs by heart.
Right.
Let me look at it one by one. It is, for me, it is a playthrough with the exception of one song. I know what girls like.
What,
In My Lifetime, Volume 1 is a fucking great album.
Oh, yeah, it's just a classic.
That is a classic.
Yeah. It's just a classic.
Crack game. You Must Love Me.
Yeah, it's just a classic.
Where I'm From.
Imaginary Players.
Imaginary Players.
Lucky Me.
The Streets is Watching. Friend of 498. What is niggas talking about?
Yeah, that's just a classic, bro.
What are they talking about?
You can take off the first couple songs. You can take off We Belong to the City. You can take off the shit with Black Sheep.
But even that, he's spitting like, even that.
He is. It's just.
But I feel you.
It's a little too don't.
Right.
It's a little too poppy.
But like I know what girls like is the only song I'm like, please just don't play it at all. Ever.
Right. And me personally, I came from an era where I remember when the song that they took that from was a fucking hit. So I like that shit.
Oh, okay. So that makes sense.
Fly Girl was a fucking hit.
Fly Girl.
That was a hit. That's what I know what Girls One is. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Girl,
but now watch this. Now watch this though. Champagne Pop, cruise around the town to the damn, cruise around the world to the damn thing stop. Yeah. Like, so I know it. Like, see, it is dope. That's just what I'm saying. I don't personally, but I know the joint. It's killing it.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't skip it.
Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like it's a throwback for me. It ain't a throwback for everybody, but for me, it take me back to when I was, you know what I mean? Niggas was doing the WAP to that shit when I was young.
Yeah.
Hey, so yeah. I'm a fly girl. That shit was hot, yo.
Yeah.
That shit was hot. So,
so it's like I don't like how people. This is it. I just went off on the tangent.
Well,
In My Lifetime Volume 1 ain't that project. Even why. Jay said it was crazy.
But you know why? You know why that happens.
Oh yeah, because it's a Sunshine song.
Yeah, one thing,
and that was only because the video. Because I love that
song. Fire.
That song fire.
Because it's another throwback. It's another throwback.
Yeah. That beat is hard.
That's MC Light.
Yeah.
The fuck? Yeah, it's classic. It's classic.
And he's killing it.
So yeah, I mean, that's funny, right? So
tits firm like Fox's Nature Nas and AZ.
That takes us back to the beginning of the conversation a little bit. When we was talking about Pusha putting out them 3 songs, like a third of the album, like a fourth of the album before we ever got the, before we got the project. And his rollout or quote unquote singles is gonna, in my opinion, impact the way the album is seen going forward.
Yeah.
In Jay-Z's case, the single, the rollout, impacts the way that album is seen. Almost 20 years later.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you got to be really careful. Look at that shit is important.
See, now you say that makes me even more worried about Westside
Boogie. I know. That's what I was thinking when I was making a statement. Yeah, that shit is important. It is important. So,
because it does affect how your album is received.
It does affect how your album is received.
Sometimes it can distort the actual listener's experience.
Yeah, it really. Yeah. Because if you set a zone or set a tone, and then when they get to the project and they want that, and it's not there, then now they hot. And then if you set a tone and it ain't what they want, they might not even ever get to the project.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you got to set the proper tone. And if you at least set the tone, you should never set the tone that ain't there when they get there. If it don't bring them there, then fuck it. But set the tone that's there when they gonna get there.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, don't ever have them get there and then it's a bait and switch. That's the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if what you doing don't get them to go check it out, then fine. It's gonna get some people to do it, but don't switch what you doing to get them over here to the album, and then that ain't what the fuck they get.
Right.
That's a waste of my time and energy. Now I'm never really going to listen to no more of your projects. Right. I can't even trust you. I don't even know what you doing.
Right.
So, that's how that go. Did you see that Ruben Vincent snippet that Young Guru put out and Knife put out and the Jamla Squad put out?
Nah.
You listened to Ruben Vincent before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he fire young nigga signed to Jamla. You know what I mean?
Nah.
He got a project coming. Him and Ninth and Guru, they've been doing Instagram lives, like basically going over the production, like because Guru is mixing and engineering it now, like going through that process. So when he gets to a certain part and he don't necessarily know how he want to do it or which way he want to go, he'll send it to Ninth, and then they'll get on Insta Live and discuss what they got going on. So they've been discussing the finalization of Ruben Vincent's project. And now they starting to release little clips about it. But I won't say that I'm excited about the project, but I will say that I'm looking forward to it. And Ruben Vincent is one of them ones that people need to keep their eye on.
Where is he from?
Charlotte.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why you say you're not excited?
I ain't heard enough to be excited about it. You know what I mean? Like I ain't gonna lie and just be like I'm excited about that shit. I'm looking forward to it and I hope it's good, but I'm not excited. Like I might fuck around and forget it's coming.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like just in all honesty.
Yeah, I feel you.
So that's just one of them things. So, no hyperbole, that's all.
Yeah.
when motherfuckers talk without hyperbole, sometimes that shit sound crazy. It sound like you really just don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah. But man, I enjoyed the group chat, man.
Yeah, me too.
I enjoyed it. You think you got any more topics you wanna up your sleeve?
Nah, I think no. Anything else I'll save for the next group chat.
For the next group chat, hell yeah. For sure. Well, if that's the case, then man, I'll tell everybody to go follow us on all social media platforms, mainly Facebook and Instagram. Just search "Conversate for a Few." You'll find us on there. Go to YouTube. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Let us know that you leave us a comment. Let us know what you think of the show. And share the show with your friends. That's the only way they're going to know that we here. Because if you don't do it, we're not spending a dime. So they'll probably never find us. Stay tuned for the limited edition Wu-Tang Clan merch. Promise is coming. And with that being said, I'm Jonna.
I'm Alan. This was not a podcast about classical music.
Absolutely was not. This is a podcast about hip-hop. Make room for the tag.
Conversate for a few.
Hustle, welcome, man, they had to send me. Hustle from Raleigh, live from NC with your hosts, John and Alan. Relate to the two, you are now listening to Conversate for a Few. Check it on SoundCloud, debate with your crew. They talking hip-hop from the late to the new. From July till June end, no Fridays for me, tune in. Please listen to this podcast. 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 Please listen to this podcast.